know what it's like. It is a roller coaster. It's never boring. We go to the Etihad last week. We go to Man City. We beat them 5-2. We look like we're the best team in Europe. Today, we look pretty pants, if I'm honest. Get your views in. Get your comments in. Let us know what you think of today's game. We want your views, your comments. Join the show via the live video link. Let us know what you think to Leicester losing 3-0 at home to West Ham, like only Leicester could go and do after a result like that last week. Get your views in. Get your comments in. Well, that's brought us back down to earth with dreams of Premier League. Listen, it's not got too far the other way and say it was woeful. But listen, if you want to join us, get your views in. I've put the link in there. It's a StreamYard link. You have to click on it. It's in the comments. You can come on and we'll try and get many as you can on there and get your views on there. Brad Norman says we played too slow today. LCFC Gray said that was horrendous. Nicholas Taylor says it was rubbish. Luke Maitland saying absolutely dreadful today. Reece says it's shy. Imtiaz says it was pathetic. Listen, overconfidence and sloppy defending lost their heads. Apart from the VAR goal that got ruled out at the end, I can't remember another shot in 90 minutes. I can't remember another shot on target. I can't remember their keeper saving a goal. I'm going to give some credit to West Ham because I thought they came and did a real number on us. They did pretty much a Leicester on us. If anybody looked like scoring in that second half, it was West Ham. Luke says woeful, woeful, woeful. Keith says bloody awful. Imran says that was a lesson. We look clueless. They were just better, Rob says. I think, Rob, probably some days you just have to say that. They were just better. You're right. Rogers the Rat, should get that one off. Ivan says late changes. Andy's saying it wasn't good, but in his own words. And their goalie never made a save. I don't think he did. Kevin, wingbacks were too high in the game. I don't want to lay into James Justin, but sometimes you just have to say he's had a shocker. That second half got worse and worse and worse for James Justin, in my opinion. I'm interested to know what you think. He was nowhere near that. They had a player, I can't remember who it was, hit the crossbar from one of our moves up top. You could see James Justin wasn't back in time for the rebound for the next player to have a go. Keep getting your views in. Dara says it was embarrassing. Rob Green or Deb Green says they were exceptional. They played well. Let's say that they did play that. Let's add in Tom and let's add in Jamie. Back down to earth, chaps. With a bump.
With a bang, yeah. Couldn't believe it. Started last week, you asked me how I felt, how the game was, and it was a wow, just wow last week, and it's the same today, but for totally different reasons. It was just, I don't know, we just couldn't break him down like normal. We haven't got the creativity. How much did we miss Pratt today? I didn't realise Pratt was such a big influence on the game, but we really missed him, and we just couldn't break him down. West Ham did what we did. We out Man City last week, and West Ham have done exactly the same.
Tom, tippy-tappy football sometimes can be beautiful. The goal Harvey Barnes got disallowed for right at the end was a lovely tippy-tappy football. But we were doing that. Again, this is my frustration with Leicester at times. We were doing that with 20 minutes to go. We were doing it with 15 minutes to go. We were doing it with 10 minutes to go. We were doing it in the final minute when Harvey Barnes got that one. Sometimes you have to pack in doing tippy-tappy football and have a bloody shot. If you don't shoot, you don't score, Tom.
Well, we didn't shoot, did we? We didn't test the goalkeeper. No shots on target, so it sums up today. Craig to West Ham, absolutely fantastic from there. Bonner at the back was an absolute beast and destroyed Vardy today. He got his bearings all right. And I think we saw what we needed to do in the last 5 minutes when Vardy misses, get the ball in behind quickly. And then the tippy-tappy goal that Barnes gets disallowed for. That's what we should have been doing the whole game, was the little 1-2s a lot quicker around the penalty box. Can't keep tippy-tapping around the back, though. Too much at the back today with the ball. Not enough creativity. Sum up with Dennis Pratt, I think he's spot on. Missed him so much today. And you're crying out for someone to come off the bench and change it. I mean, I'll give Under 6.4 for the dive. I think that was quite impressive on his debut.
For Under, it was embarrassing. Under's dive, it really was.
He's got to learn that's not going to happen in this country. You do that, mate, you're going to get a name for yourself, and every single time you get down, you ain't going to get a penny, even if it is. Just sums up today.
Matty's clicked on the link. Matty, what did you want to say about today's game?
Well, I started the day today at 1 o'clock this morning in Paris to try and get back to watch the game. I wish I hadn't bloody bothered getting up so early. But no, I mean, West Ham came and did a job on us. I mean, end of that, they were better in every department, weren't they? To be honest with you, we were slow, we were lethargic. A bit of a hangover from probably last weekend, I would say, personally, you know. I don't know if you'd agree with that, but obviously we missed Dennis Pratt big time today, to be honest with you. Perez, what the hell does Perez bring to this side? And, you know, what does he bring?
Well, yeah, let's add in Locks. I'm not keeping you on screen for long, looking like that. Go on.
Don't put your phone in the pool.
I'm only here for a couple of minutes, don't worry, no. That was awful, wasn't it? That was awful. Awful defending, sloppy passes, left, right and centre. There's not really much to say, is there?
Not really, apart from looking at you in a pool with no top on is making me feel even worse, if that's possible, Jamie.
That's what my girlfriend's been saying all day.
Jamie,
it's awful, isn't it?
Did you lend him your budgie smugglers?
No, not this holiday, I haven't. I've kept them well and truly off at the minute. But no, going on to the game, it was just, I don't know, it was just, God knows, I really don't know. It's just so disappointing. We didn't play well, the passing. There was passes going just straight from the beginning. Tillemans couldn't beat the first man at corners, or free kicks were terrible. It was just nothing happened, and it just shows how the day went when Vardy missed that chance at the end, which normally 9 times out of 10 he would have put in the back of the net.
Jamie, Matt says Brendan got it all wrong with the team selection today and formation. Do you agree with that, Jamie?
I'm surprised Perez was in the side. I really am. But I didn't think he wanted to risk Under straight away. So bringing him on as sub and that. But Maddison and Pratt both injured, then yeah, there was nothing else we could have done really, unless he gave Under it at the start straight away. He had a few good touches, but I don't think he'd have done what I'm playing 90 minutes just yet. I don't think he's ready for 90 minutes in the Premier League.
No, Locks, what did you manage to see much of the game?
I saw about 80 minutes of it. So I didn't see what happened at the end with Barnes. I don't know what happened there.
VAR'd out.
Right, okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I said it in the comments, just to end on it, my last say on it, really. I mean, I know it was an awful performance, but 3 wins from 4 is still a brilliant start to the season. And we've just got to kind of regroup and go again next week. So,
all right, we'll let you go and do some breaststroke.
More of a backstroke man myself.
More like a dying whale. See you soon, Locks.
See you in a bit, mate. Cheers.
Jack's joined us. Jack, get your views in. What do you want to say?
Poor. It's not what I expected.
No, not at all. I mean, were we bad or were they good, or was it both?
Do you know what? Yeah, they defended well, yeah, but they had 11 men behind the ball, and it's just hard to break that sort of game defensive area down.
Yeah, Tom, is that a lack of? I don't want to say Plan B. I don't want to say Plan B.
I'm not going to go into moaning about having 11 men behind the ball, because I sound like Ryan Sterling after yesterday's game. Yes. Get over it, Ryan. Get over Sterling. You lost 5-2, and apparently we put 11 men behind the ball.
Well, yeah.
Going back to today, I just honestly feel West Ham wanted it more. They were more committed to the challenges. They were more set up to the way we were going to play. Tactically, I don't think Brendan got it right playing back 5 against them when they were only going to play one striker up front. It was negativity from the start. And it's difficult. You're missing probably most creative player, Maddison, to come on. Even if he's not fully % fit, I'd still take an 80% Maddison to come on and try and change the game. We just looked clueless in that final third. And then when we did ping it around the penalty area really quickly, what we're good at, we scored. Okay, it was chalked off, but we scored, a very good goal in some ways. What we should have done the whole of the game, but we just did not turn up today. It wasn't a great performance all round for any player. Can't pick a man of the match because I don't think anyone deserves to be picked for man of the match after that display. I'd give it to West Ham's Bono for ownership. Thought he was a beast. And we move on. Look, it's 3 wins out of 4 at the beginning of the season. I can't sit here moaning. I'd be more than happy with 9 points if you'd offered me that. And we've got 3 wins against West Brom, Burnley and West Ham, but we got it against Man City instead.
I think, Matty, we all agree with what Tom's saying there. 9 points out of a possible 12 is great. But it is frustrating when 3 of those points were the Man City away game. And really, it is just frustrating day, isn't it, Matty?
It's very Leicester-esque, isn't it?
Yeah.
We beat the big boys, and we always play well against the big boys, and then everyone's counting the chickens when we go to these games. Not that you should underestimate West Ham at all, because they're a good club. But it's very much us that we go and get a banana skin against a team like West Ham, who, on paper, after the season, certainly the season they had last season, we should be beating them pretty easily. And then we've got bloody hammered today, haven't we? But it's very Leicester, isn't it?
Literally hammered. Jack, again, Tony says here, our wing-backs never got into the game today. Castagna's been brilliant for us this season. He really didn't get involved much today. And James Justin, I laid into him a bit at the start. I thought James Justin didn't have a good game at all today, Jack. I don't know what your views are on Castagna and JJ.
Castagna's been fantastic. We can't sit there and deny that. Justin, he sometimes takes a bit of time to get into the game and to find his rhythm, and today he never found that. It's like they pushed us back every single time.
Yeah, Jake.
Get through.
And Jamie, we're old school. If you don't shoot, you don't score.
That's it.
Correct. You've got to have a pop on target to at least make the keeper save. The keeper didn't make one save at all. I don't think even the ones off target were nowhere near for him to make a save. The only time their keeper touched the ball was when they were playing it back to him and goal kicks. It's an off day. Like everyone said, 9 points from the first 12 games. I think we'd have been happy with that. It's just one of them things. It's a bad day at the office, just the way it seems when we have bad days. We have really bad days. We don't just have like an off day. We have a bad day, which is unfortunate. We should have been beating teams like West Ham. But if too many players have odd days off, then you can't do anything about it.
Tom, tomorrow I think is transfer deadline day finishing off. It feels like I feel like now we've done some fairly good business with Castagna, and I thought Under looked all right today, apart from that dive, which is such a shame. He had to. I genuinely hate to see that. And I really hate to see it from a Leicester player, but like you said, Tom, he's got to learn. I think Castagna, Fofana, we've yet to see. Do we need one more player? Do we need a striker?
I think we all know we need a striker to come and help Vards. He can't do it every week. You know that. Generally quite happy with the transfer window. I think we've done well with the 3 coming in. If we can get one more, great. If we can get another couple out the door, then even better. I still think you've got to try and free some funds up on the old wage structure. And if you can get Islam off to West Brom for the end of the season, that's his done then. His contract done and he's out the club. And getting Damari Gray off the wage bill. I mean, I think we've seen it now. The game against Arsenal, he just wasn't good enough again. So to me, get him off and out the door and get his wages down. I mean, there's what? Nearly 150 million, 150,000 a week we're paying out from wages on 2 players. So free up some funds to bring in another.
Sorry, Tom. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. No, I was going to say we've got to free the funds up. It's simple as that. We're not a club who's got a bucket money that can keep forking out for top players. You've got to free funds up in the wages as well as the transfers. So to get people off the wage bill is massive for us now. And like I say, we get someone in, great. If we don't, I'm be happy with what we've done. It's just about getting out the deadwood at the moment for me.
I'll ask Jack and then Matty. Slimani looks like he may well go. And Silva has gone. Like Tom's saying, do you think, Jack, we're slowly changing it around, the players, getting rid of the deadwood?
I think that's what we needed to do from the start of the window. Get rid of people like Matty James and Damari Gray and Slimani, Andrew Silva and Gazelle. And it free up money, doesn't it, to bring in, I won't say better players, but it adds to your squad as such by bringing players in and using that money wisely.
Yeah, Matty, Damari Gray's got to be a little bit upset. I don't believe he's injured, is he, at all? To anybody? He's got to be a bit upset that he didn't even make today's bench.
Well, yeah, I think you all know my views on Damari Gray. I think he's had enough chances, more chances than I've had dinners, to be honest with you. He's got to go. He's not good enough. He's not improved since we've had him. He looked promising when we first got him, and he's not moved on at all. So he's got to go with the rest of them, hasn't he? It looks like he's on his way, doesn't it?
Do you think so? Jamie, do you feel like that? Do you think we may see Damari Gray go tomorrow?
I think so. I think we'll see him go. But just on this striker point, you're going to have to pay stupid money to get a striker in now.
Exactly.
The last day of the transfer, Eduardo from Celtic, that's not going to happen. They're not going to want him to come to Leicester. It's not going to. Buying a striker will not happen. And when Nacho came on, I thought it looked better with Vardy up top. Him and Vardy up top, they played quite well. But it gives Vardy a bit of support. Having a proper striker up there, instead of having Barnes making the runs or Tillemans making the runs through, I think it's better. I think it's better when we play Nacho up top, when we play the old school football of having two up top. It doesn't matter about plan B, just have two up top.
Yes, Tom.
Where's that comment there? Not that one.
What's he say, Tom? Yeah, that might help.
That comment.
Yes.
Albright has gone back. Come off it. I mean, seriously.
Why's he got to go? Why?
Why are we getting rid of one of the most hard-working, consistent players we've got at the football club?
Yeah.
Honestly, seriously, that is a joke of a comment today. That lad has done more for this football club in 4.5 years since he's been here than some of the other garbage that come in. And to put stuff like that angers me. Because, yes, he may not play every week, but you know what? He's what we need in the dressing room. He keeps the spirit of the team going when we don't have a great game. And today, probably was crying out for an Albrighton to come onto the pitch at points and try and liven things up. Yeah. And we're putting about comments of getting rid of someone who offers something a lot different. Absolute joke of a comment, Reece. I'm sorry, that is a joke of a comment to go win.
First man to score a goal in Champions League for Leicester as well, I remember.
Yeah, I must admit, I wasn't. They clipped to Albrighton with about 10 minutes to go, and I was like, bring him up. I would have took Harvey Barnes off and brought Albrighton on, I think. And it's another strange last-minute substitution to bring Chowdhury on for Mendy. I'm not really sure if anybody knows why we did that. It just... Brendan sometimes confuses me.
Hang on, mate. Just go back. I mean, it's like saying that there's come a time the players have to go, but why? Why? So there you go, question, Reece. Do you keep Damari Gray or do you keep Albrighton? Logically here, come on. Do you keep one or the other? Because if you let two go, then you've got no wingers left. So you've got to keep one of them. Are you telling me you'd rather keep Damari Gray over Albrighton at the football club? Come off, mate.
Albrighton does so much more than Gray will ever do.
He's a workhorse. He puts the dog legs in there when we're not having a good game, and he offers something different. And you can play him in different positions all over the park. He even could play centre in the field. We've seen him do it at times. But to put something like that, they get rid of him already. I mean, look, there you go. Grave, Albright. Of course he's going to put it. He tried to rhyme me today, and he's booked me today. That is absolute joke of a comment to put on there. Look, we're not had a great game, but to start chucking names like that out, grow up.
Club legend.
And Gray hasn't even been in the squad, so God knows. How can you say you have Gray over Albrighton? Gray hasn't even been in the team.
Said to me about Gray.
It might have.
Yeah, but to
might have been good to have Gray on there today.
Jamie, Undy started on the bench today because it shows you how much respect Rodgers had for Gray. He didn't even want to put him on the bench. He starts as a Turkish lad on there.
I mean, Tom, I mean, everybody is entitled to their own views on players. I think, we'll get Reece on at some point. I've put the link is out there, Reece, if you do want to click on and answer back to Tom, because everybody is allowed to have their own views. And Tom's obviously, I agree, I'm a massive Albrighton fan. And, Matty said he's not a massive Damari Gray fan. Reece, the link is there at the start of the comments. You just have to scroll back. And have it. Jordan's telling him to come on and have it out with you, which is
Albrighton would have done a damn sight more than Perez would have done today. He would have worked so hard in that position. He'd have gone back, gone forward, where Perez just didn't Didn't do anything. I can't see why. 30 million for Perez. I can't see why. I really can't.
He's crap.
Absolutely.
Yes, Matthew. Well said.
Yeah.
This is. I'm just trying to put the link on, guys, for Reece. See if he does want to come on.
I'm not an argument, but I just don't get why
Let's see.
we talk about getting rid of players when there's more players. I'd rather Matty James go out the door if we're going to start getting rid of Deadwood, than people that actually can offer something to us.
Exactly.
I mean, Deadwood is like people that haven't played, like Matty James, Slim, Silva, and they've gone. Great, he's not playing. That's what I class as Deadwood. Brighton is part of the 18 every week, week in, week out, and you can rely on him. It might not be a 10 out of 10 all the time.
I agree, Jamie. Before Reece is logged on, so I'm going to let him come on and have his say because that's fine. Reece is about to join us. My opinion, and let's have Reece in just before Reece.
Sorry, I didn't know.
I'm
not entitled to an opinion.
It's all right.
I didn't say you weren't entitled to an opinion, but when you're going to put something like that, then you're going to have to,
but there's a reasoning behind it. You slagged me off before you even let me comment.
I didn't slag you off at all, Reece.
Yes, you did. You're going on at me, all of you, not one of you. But anyway, let's
Reece,
come on. Yes,
Reece. Now's your time to say your little thing.
What does Albrighton offer us right now?
Reece, I think I'll tell you what he answers. What he offers us at the moment is a player who will take his time on the bench as part of the squad, and the minute he steps on that pitch, which might not be for 4 games, 5 games, when he comes on, he will be very professional and consistent, and he will give you what game you'll get from him. He won't let you down, and he'll be reliable, and he will put the balls in there. I hear what you're going to say about no Slimani, so carry on.
Albrighton is a man who has got an incredible whip on the ball. I've not really seen many who can cross the ball better, but he needs someone in there like a Slimani to have that presence of getting the ball into the box and getting it on the head of someone like Slimani. At the moment, we need a technical winger. I'm not saying Demarai Gray is the answer. I'm not saying. I mean, Cengiz Under we've brought in. It's his first game. We can't really criticise him too much, but he's the type of player that we need now. You don't really see an Albrighton as much in the Premier League, and it works for most teams to have some fast technical wingers who can beat players and then get a ball into the box for Vardy on the floor, because that's where our strong point is. Our strong point is on the floor with Jamie Vardy, on the floor with Harvey Barnes or James Maddison, or to the edge of the box with players like Tielemans. I'm not saying that Albrighton is a bad player. Albrighton was a vital player in our 15-16 season when we won the title, and he's been a vital player even in our Champions League. He scored the first goal in our Champions League. He was absolutely vital in the title winning season. He works he does work. He works very well, and his defensive work is insane. He has an amazing amount of defensive work.
Reece, I'm going to pass it on. I'm like the referee here. I'm going to pass it back to Tom because Reece does make a lot of sense there, because I'm on the side where I would keep Slimani. I would have him on. And today, when we're 2-0 down with 15 minutes to go, I would bring Albrighton on and Slimani and do something flipping different to what we did, Tom. And Brendan Rodgers, over the past year, 18 months, this for me is Rodgers' Achilles heel, that he doesn't have. He's got Albrighton, he's got Slimani, but he won't use that option, Tom. Go for it.
Well, I completely agree with what you're saying on that point. If you're going to bring on Slimani, then you keep Albrighton into, that's where Albrighton benefits. But it's not just what Albrighton does with the crossing. It's his work rate. He shores up down that right-hand side or the left-hand side to give it back up. If you look at the goals we conceded over the last season down the left-hand side, having Chilwell and Barnes was so open down there because there's no experience on that pitch. We just get cut apart. When Albrighton pies either side, it gives you that coverage to let the other players bomb past him. That's why, if you look at Ricardo Pereira when he's played and had Albrighton in front of him, Albrighton lets him go and lets him have the run of the park. It's a freedom. It isn't just about a crossing ability. It's his reading of the game. It's his simplicity when he knows where he needs to be. And it's his work ethic. I'll take that work ethic over any skillful player, in any opinion, all the time. Under's coming, I accept that. And he's going to play more games than Albrighton. But for me, Albrighton's vital when you've got a European competition coming up. You're going to need a bigger squad. Can't keep getting players out the door and not replace them. As for the plan B, Phil, he's never going to change his attitude, Brendan Rodgers. So there's no point keeping him up to Somali if you're not going to put balls into him.
Yeah, absolutely. Reece, while we've got you on.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm going. Jamie, did you want to say something?
I was just going to say, what does you're saying about Albrighton, Reece, and you're saying Gray over Albrighton? In the 4 years since Gray's been here, what has he actually done? What does he give to the team week in, week out?
I'm not
just
sure.
the odd flash every 5 minutes, but when you've got a player like Mark Albrighton that gives 110% every time he's on there, compared to Gray, that when he comes on, he has a flash in a pan. He'll play brilliant for 5 minutes when he comes on a sub. Then he'll play the week after, and he'll start the game, and he's absolutely useless. There's no consistency with Gray. At least with Albrighton, you get that consistency. So what does Gray actually give us to the team?
He has that technical aspect of he can beat players, but it just doesn't do it enough. And I'm not saying we need to keep Damari Gray, but I would take him over Mark Albrighton because he gives us that little bit of technical aspect that Albrighton doesn't necessarily. I'm not saying he doesn't have, but I think Gray can beat a player better than Albrighton does. But then I see what you're saying about the way that Albrighton defends, and Albrighton is in the last 10 minutes. If we're winning 2-1, and if we're winning, with a 1-goal margin, then someone like Albrighton maybe could come on and do that defensive job.
But Matty wants to say something. Reece, I'm going to let Matty go on. Matty.
Well, just the final thing I want to say, because I know time's precious. 2 things basically. The one thing that Damari Gray has given us in the past is an impact as he comes on as sub, and yes, he has been good as that. And agreeing with Jamie, he comes on as an impact player, and then everyone raves about him. The next week he comes on, and he's absolutely awful. The second thing I want to say is I'm a massive Albrighton fan, always will be. I'm a big fan of his. You don't get that brilliance with him, but you always get a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. Never a 9 or a 10, but he's always there and he's always consistent. That is what I want to say about the 2 players,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Listen, that's the whole point. This is like we're down the pub. We're all allowed a different opinion, aren't we, guys? Let's just finish it off because we're nearly done now. It's been a bad day. Anybody want to pick a man of the match today?
No, Tom can do that.
I'll do it. Abonia for West Ham. There's no man of the match from Leicester. No one was good enough on their whole team. You can't pick one man and go they were good. No one passed the ball well enough. For me, West Ham, the whole West Ham team was a lot better team. They wanted it more. There was more desire, more hunger, more passion. It's 1 loss in 4 games now, and we move on. It's simple as that. Like I say, it's big day to Marty. What happens is going out the door for me, and then we shut the door and we move on for the rest of the season.
Kevin's going to have the last say here. He says life could be worse. We could be in Nottingham. I think Forest have lost 4 on the spot, haven't they?
5
on the trot. So listen, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to let you all go. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining us. All allowed our different opinions. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Yeah, everybody's allowed their own opinion. So that's what we like to do. If Reece wants to come and say he thinks Albrighton should go, then we'll get him on here. And we say that every week. Absolutely fine. Matty thinks Damari Gray should go. Not a fan. Reece thinks Albrighton should go. It's just a shame after this time last week, we were all here getting so excited over Leicester beating Man City. But this is why I love Leicester City. I'm so glad. I didn't choose Leicester City. It's just one of those things. I was born in Leicester, so I'm a Leicester fan. I'm so glad that I'm not a Man City fan or a Liverpool fan. I'm so glad that we do get this roller coaster ride because it just makes it entertaining. Win, lose or draw, we'll all put the blue shirt on next week. But boy, oh boy, Leicester can notoriously let you down just when you're starting to feel really good about things. So thanks for all your... Chesty Colliams watching. Good afternoon, Chesty. How are you? Very good. What did you make of it today? Did you watch it from Holland? Let me know what's going on there. Jamie says the fans should be man of the match for watching that 90 minutes today. Jordan saying he thinks both should go. Is that Reece and Matty? Reece and Tom? I think he's talking about Damari Gray and, of course, Mark. I don't think anybody... Well, I don't know where the Mark Albrighton chat came from, to be fair, Reece, because I don't think anybody really thinks Mark Albrighton should be there The one chooses the wizard. That's about Leicester. Me too. Nobody chooses Leicester, do they? Surely it's all just injected into us. Martin says disappointing. West Ham did a job on us. Just got to accept it. It's probably right. We did a job on Man City last week. They weren't very gracious in that. The Man City fans, the Man City players, But today, West Ham were better than us. Typical Man City lose to West Ham. I know it is indeed, Chris. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for all your comments. Join me tomorrow night, 7:30. Oh, don't forget, we've got one of these to give away. We've got an away shirt. We are doing it tomorrow night. You can choose. You can choose if you want this Burnley kit or you can get the white kit. It's up to you. But if you want to win a West Ham Leicester home kit, away kit, whatever, go to leicesterfantv.com and enter. You've got literally till tomorrow night. We're going to do that draw. I'm glad I remembered that. Go to the competitions page and enter there. Thanks, everybody, for watching. It'll be better next week.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feed Me, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans' debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.